Hey everybody, my name is Sam and welcome back to our channel. What you just saw was a little bit of perimeter patrol. We are riding the four-wheeler back to our back property line. We have a handful of T-posts, some white spray paint, and a sledgehammer because the goal for today is to salvage the survey that was on our property so that it doesn't get overrun or messed up whenever this whole soybean field gets harvested. We are back here at our back property line where I'm standing. From here forward is our property. From here back is not. Whenever this property was surveyed and we bought this parcel and it was split from a larger tract into what we own now, we had the surveyors do what they called staked for fencing, and that's where they put more stakes and markers than usual along this whole line because we plan to add perimeter fencing to this property. And this property line, being the newest, not being bordered by a road or an old fence, was the one that would be the most difficult to remember where it is and get everything lined up. When the surveyors did their job, they put in normal wooden stakes into the ground that are about 2 feet tall. The problem with that is it's a giant soybean field. The soybeans are nearing the end of their growth cycle, getting closer to harvest, so they have actually started to wilt and be smaller than they were originally. However, you cannot see the wood stakes. So the goal for today is to take some T-posts and white spray paint, drive in T-posts right next to the wooden stakes, not touching the surveyor markers, not moving them, just supplementing them for a visual reference, especially for whenever the soybean field gets harvested, that the hope is that the people harvesting this don't run over and we lose our stakes for the fence line. They know that we're going to be staking it, so they do know this is going to be out here. I'm just trying to give them a little extra benefit and visual marker as they're running their equipment and they can see the posts, and hopefully we don't have any issues that way. So what we're going to do is ride the four-wheeler out straight out this way. As we find the wooden stakes, we'll stop, put a T-post in, spray paint it, go on down the line, repeat, repeat, repeat until we get all the way to the road that's on the other side of that little knoll. Let's go. Now is the time to put the eye in the sky. Green Acre Homestead, eye in the sky, weather on the 8s. Now let's go. Alright, we are here at the first little stake we drove to. Go ahead and drive our post in. I'm going to put this T-post on my side or our property side of this stake because I don't own that property. I'm not going to be sticking posts over there. There's a look at the wooden stake. I'm just putting mine on this side of it. I'm going to use my sledgehammer and drive it in. Thankfully, this is cropland, so the ground is pretty soft. It's been plowed and planted, so that's very, very good situation right now. All right. With that one in place, I'm just going to coat it in some paint so it's much more visible, and we'll move on down the line to the next one. we go. Perfect. Let's go find our next one. Tall man up there. Woo! Hang on, I gotta paint it. And then last but not least, to round out, this is the corner of our property. So everything that way and this way is ours. There is a pin, an iron pin driven down here. There's also an old barbed wire fence that separates our property from our neighbors. And the barbed wire fence is the line according to the survey. It is always great when that works out. That way you don't have to have somebody move their fence. You don't have to have them move your fence, and it's just great. Good fences make good neighbors, always. So with this corner one done, we are done setting T-posts on this back line. We bust out the drone one last time. If it's got enough juice, fly over this property line, let you guys kind of see how it lays. And gosh, I mean, honestly, how massive it is. Compared to our 1 acre place we live right now, this is huge. So we always geek out. Well guys, by the magic of YouTube videos, we are now transported back to North Carolina, which is our home, our little homestead now. Usually what we'll do is we'll travel to our property for the weekend, shoot some clips, and then in this case, come back home to finish out the stuff we didn't get shot while we were there. So I have my number 2 helper here and my surveyor helper of the day. What did you think of getting to drive the 4-wheeler through all those soybeans?
Cool, and there was a lot of huge grasshoppers about this long.
There are a lot of grasshoppers on the property in those soybeans, and you're right, there's some that are that big. As we were driving through, they would jump on us, and the first couple startled us, and then after that it's like, well, whatever. I guess we got some hitchhikers and they're gonna ride with us. So what did you think of being able to have on that back line? We could stand here and look out that way and see all of our property. What kind of things are going through your mind or whatever?
It was very cool, and I'm excited we got our property.
You got any ideas or plans to do with all that land?
Probably build a tree house.
Yes, okay, that's a great idea. I would like a tree house. I'm thinking Ewok Village, perhaps, maybe a little miniature indoor, you know. If you know what that it's from, leave a link down below. It's in that movie, Star Wars, the Ewoks. And they had all those tree houses and rope bridges connecting it. That would be cool. What about some ideas as far as what's soybeans now, but it'll be pasture later? Any ideas for that?
Probably have like little roads where you can ride our bikes on, maybe little jumps.
Want some sweet jumps? Someone has also, for a while, wanted one, but this property we're on here in North Carolina is not conducive to it. Somebody's been wanting a go-kart, and he wants his own 4-wheeler, but we're not doing that. But a go-kart would be cool. You would love a go-kart on that land, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said in the past he wants one with like a dump truck or a truck bed on the back or a cargo rack or something to haul tools with. So, who knows? We'll have the property. We'll have to maybe see if we can find one.
Yeah.
That'll be a little bit later down the road, but it'll be fun to do. So, any other thoughts or ideas from hammering in the posts and spray painting stuff, or in general? Nope.
No more.
Alright. Well, tell everybody we'll see them next time.
See you next time.
Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you as always. If you got any questions or comments, leave them for us down below. We're not surveyologists, but we know a little bit as far as having our property done and at least supplementing those wooden stakes with the T-posts. We appreciate you guys watching as always. Take care, and we'll see you guys next time on one of the 2 homesteads, I guess.